Order. Oh, hang on. Let me get the mission to arm.
And SRS, I assume.
Yep.
Alright, boys, enjoy.
Right.
You traveling?
I need. What do I need?
Naval cast.
I can't remember what I need.
See it? Yeah. Right. While he gets that up, I will record this. Hello and welcome back to Reapers. So, yesterday the IR Mavericks became available for the Hornets, so we're super excited. We want to give them a go. I haven't tried using them yet, but I'm sure they're going to be good. So we thought we better do a mission to show off using them. So let's have a look down here. Okay, so it's Operation IR Maverick Armored Assault. So we're starting from a blue naval fleet with 3 carriers in. We're going to head north for 90 miles. Now we know that there is a group of 40 T-90 and Shilkers. So the T-90s aren't much threat, but the Shilkers are radar guided AAA. So we've got to be extremely careful not to get too close because they will shoot us down. So we're going to be using the standoff IR Mavericks basically to take them down.
Blow them up with sniper.
We don't know exactly where they are. We know they're within 5 miles of Bulls, but we don't know exactly where they are. So we've got to find them. Take them down, but protecting them is red QRA, so we expect as soon as we get there, red QRA will be up in the air. We don't know what fighters these are going to be, but somewhere between average and modern fighters. Coming from 2 different airports, one northeast, one from the east. Okay, so the orders are take off, meet in a left-hand orbit around the carrier fleet until everyone's up, ferry the Bulls together, destroy all QRA, destroy convoy using IR Mavericks, or as much as we can of the convoy, and RTB, and hopefully no one can get shot down. Let's have a look at the teams. I've got a hammer, is 3 times ground attack Hornets, Deborah Cap Rook. Buick is our air-to-air Hornets, Rage Whistler OB Pograts. Sabre is a ground attack Hornets, Gumbo Kingston Graham Shifty, and Dagger 3 times Harriers. Okay, any questions, guys?
Do we have waypoints or do we eyeball it?
Eyeball it, no waypoints, so just look for the bullseye, basically.
We have an array coming from 2 different directions.
Say again? Yeah. Yeah, so expect multiple groups. I don't know if they're going to be together, I doubt it, but there will be multiple groups coming.
Do we have any airfields local we can rearm at?
Negative, only blue fleet, and you're not allowed to rearm there, so we get 1 shot at it basically.
AWACS?
Negative. All done by radar.
Sounds good.
Yep, the usual stuff. Right, let's get on it. We'll have we'll take off in the following order. Dagger will go up first. And get in orbit around the blue fleet. We'll have Dagger. No, we won't. No, scratch that. We're going to change the plan. Buick will go up first and orbit the carrier. Rage will be overall ferry lead. But you have to go quite slow. Remember, we've got Harriers. Then Dagger will take off. I'll call all this out anyway, so we won't need reminding. Then Sabre will take off first on the right carrier. Then Hammer will load up on the right carrier, and then we'll take off and catch everyone up. Once they're all up, then we'll and roughly together around the blue fleet, we'll start the ferry on my command. Right, let's give it a good shot, guys.
Doesn't it need to be too slow, Rage, because the Harriers can do 400 knots easy.
Yeah, I'll orbit about 300, 350, something like that.
Hello.
I'll probably go for 350, the default speed.
Hi, Joe.
Do I dare to join today?
You do.
Yeah, we've got you covered. I mean, you'll be flying an air-to-air. You'll be flying an air-to-air Tiger, so you should be able to be fine.
Oh, I wonder if the parrot will actually behave himself today.
I've not sent one yet.
Reg, I'll tell you, better go on the left carrier, because we're a bit populated on the right.
Game music.
Wait, are you in the server?
No, not yet. A bunch of you will be spawning on the carrier. Hammer will be spawning in the air behind the carrier, and just to get a quick practice landing.
What carriers do we have? I need a Kuznetsov because otherwise I can't.
Oh fucking hell, Dale. Why can't you take? Can you not take off from a little? From a?
No.
You mean the ski ramp, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go and add a Kuznetsov in then.
What's he taking like?
Actually, he's yeah, no, he knows. No.
He spawns in the air, I'm guessing. You can just look. Is he armed up?
No, I didn't think about it. I'll have to go and arm him up then. With some missiles and a tank.
He doesn't have to land and take off. He can just land at the end.
Yeah. Rest of you, once we're on the way of the ferry, there's no respawn. So if you die, then you're out basically, unless it's a formation position.
Yeah. Okay. Just the thing here. Just like add some AIM-9 P5s and the 3 biggest tanks. And then I should be
My mic's gone up again.
with some good looking skin too. Maybe the Mikasa skin.
Why does it always keep going to 100%?
Wow, you really want custom made, don't you?
I just want to make Chaos happy. He spent some time on them, so
It's just 100% is too much for voice attack. It picks up too much. I might have to do push to talk. But then we don't get the parrot being spontaneous.
Carrier landings, guys. A lot of you are landing
key
up
not
the
in
draft
use,
of the
check
carrier, so
config.
straight on. We want to be landing from the right by 15 degrees.
Did you start already?
PTT.
Yeah, Roger. So it'd be useful if, yeah. So we need to land properly, basically.
So basically, whoever's one of the first 2 down, take over air traffic control. If they're not coming in straight, lined up with a runway wave.
The carrier bearings due north.
ATC would help in this.
Does the carrier have a TACAN? And
No, I can't get it. I'll try and add it again now. It's giving me problems.
Does Lot ATC do anything in for carriers?
Oh, hang on a minute.
Great. Really
you hammer
great.
1, Tepper? I've got to check.
Quiet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'll be
buy
hammer
this
1.
ship and install a proper fucking pilot. Klingon face.
Shut your
Each
mouth,
Hornet
you
group,
little
make sure
shit.
you have
Honestly,
matching
that bird.
different skins per Hornet group, but make sure everyone in that group has the same skins. Hammer, we have the GR skins, the blue one.
You have to be members during the week, mate.
Right, Tiger.
There's nothing stopping us running this over the weekend, though.
Yep.
Yeah, during the day.
Roger, it's
Patreon skins.
all there for you.
That's a channel.
Start voice tech listening. Execute external program. Category push to talk.
No, it seems you can't take the Stennis
That
as
should
a
be okay.
airfield.
I've just started the bloody server. He's going to chuck me a new mission file. No.
Tail done. What was the other request? I've done tail.
TACAN.
Roger.
So I'm going to have to stop the server
You
again.
need to add it in the third one down. I can't remember the option.
Not
and then
good.
it's activate TACAN. And you have to
It's going to stop the server.
normally when you put a
Start
carry
and
down,
stop
it's
me
there
like
by
this.
default, and you just have to change the channel because it should be X1.
I
I think
don't
you also
want
have to set the
to
unit to itself.
exit DCS because DCS is currently using
to
9
itself.
gig of RAM.
if they're in a
All the
group,
maps loaded.
each carrier
And if the
won't
map's
have a
loaded, it's
TACAN.
going to reduce lag.
Only the lead carrier.
Yep, there are 7 ships, so you'll only get the right hand.
Oh, I've got me good skin today, though. I fixed the skin.
Is that going to
So
work?
I've got my good skin to play with.
That should work.
I don't know
for
whether to
the
go camo
return. We
or
typically
grey.
only land on one carrier at the end.
Let me turn these guys down because
So just pick one.
You can actually TACAN all the ships, but
Warning, warning, warning!
What?
Haven't you got to put them in separate
quiet.
groups to do that?
Game over!
You
Game over! You
Right,
don't know what
okay,
you're doing! You don't know what you're doing!
Rev 1,
Parrot.
save, Exit. Send that over. Send
Do we get a carrier bearing? Are they Juno?
Yeah, you get it on left hand before you go.
Completes. It does complete actually.
What should my flight name be today?
The force is strong with this one, but we know where he
What is going
lives.
off today? This thing is...
Okay.
I bet the volume's gone back up again, hasn't it?
IKEA flight, that sounds quite inspiring.
Go for it, dude. Put it together yourself flat.
It's just something strange is going on because
excellent. IKEA
the mic level seems to be low to the stream, but it's loud.
What does IKEA actually mean, if it means anything?
Let me. Okay. It means Ingvar Kamprad, which was the owner and
full command is
creator. And then the EA is like some type of company.
There's a thing somewhere in here that says
instead of IKEA flat,
stop it.
Here, let me just do fast.
Like
okay,
if Nova says shutting up mode engaged.
For Ingvar
Stop all commands.
Tyrad Agunarid. And yeah, Ingvar Kamprad, that's the owner's name.
And I've still got PTT key not in use. Check configuration.
That's just the name
PTT
of the
key
city.
is in use.
Does this mean you have to assemble the F5 before you can take
I
it?
travel distances your mind will never perceive, depths of space and time unfathomable.
So yeah, be ready.
Shutting up mode engaged.
Are your cannons loaded with Alpha keys?
I'm not sure what's going on with it.
They are actually loaded.
Hang on, what about that one?
With a sharp.
Yeah, that's undone.
I have forgotten the name of it. Let me just do a fast track.
TX5 interphone, auxiliary. They're not used.
Fire at will. Fire! 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 Beast mode selected.
This thing's been ridiculous. It's
so
picking up on words I'm
the
not even saying.
Maps up, you just select them and they start warming up. Do we know what it says when they're warmed up and ready to fire?
I travel distances your mind will never perceive,
It says ready.
depths of space and time unfathomable to you.
Roger.
Though yeah, anyway, the guns are currently armed with some super sharp
so Control Alt and C brings this up.
That you're just
Oh, hang on. It says oh well, it's not started yet, is it? It's not running yet.
So yeah.
Sounds like a motor control issue.
No, that's just
BCN.
Quality bullet, you know.
BCD I'm thinking of, isn't it? Binary coded digits. Oh, Cap sent me a new new file. What pain in the armpit.
I'll just say, James, we'll probably have to make sure we don't end up hitting the same tag at the same time. It's going to be very short on IR maps quite quickly.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why don't Hammer take the front of the convoy, Saber take the rear of the convoy if possible, and what they call Harriers go for the middle of the convoy. There'll be a big snake.
Could have said that. Rubber ducky take the leftovers.
Good lord, that's a good film.
Okay, my call sign is now IKEA Swedish Air Force. Assembly required.
Rolls.
Is the assembly squad? Is the server up yet?
No, not yet. Give it a couple of minutes to get stable before you join.
Yeah, no.
If you start running out of fuel, just throw some furniture back there. It's all neat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stoke the boiler.
Precise.
Though yeah, I gotta say, the share in that IKEA aircraft.
Alright, what was I after?
Because it's like a sofa.
Starting
just like a smaller sofa sitting.
Oh, hang on, guys. I just had a thought. Do I have to arm these Mavericks up, or can you arm them yourselves? Because I haven't given you them.
You can arm them up.
You can do it yourself. Just because I've copied and pasted this from an old mission, guys. I've already armed you up with laser Mavericks, so just make sure you change them.
If you can't get them, You're gonna have to
do you want us doing
use
10
bombs.
and 2 or 6 and
6 and 6 would be good.
Or rockets. Or something like that. I don't know. Oh, I'm rattling about with this
24
wire on
missiles
the
between all of us.
side of my head. I'm going to have to do something about that. It's annoying. It's very annoying.
Yeah, and the
It
cast
must
flights
annoy
have at
you
least a
guys
pair of
rattling about,
AMRAAMs
you know?
with-
So, Cap, you wanted the hammer flight to take the one spawning in the air?
Yeah, we'll take spawning in the air and we'll land on the right side. Just gives us a little extra landing practice, which I need.
You'll call the spawn.
Obviously, the white carrier guys, you spawn in the carrier, just stay away from the trap until we're down.
Sorry, Rage, I'm assuming 6 and 6 you mean 6 Fox 3s and 6 Fox.
6 and 9 mixes, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much, Koala. I don't know who you are, but thank you.
Rightmost carrier, Tepper on fire.
Quiet. Phaser war.
Oh. Rook here. I'd like to get spawned in and check and make sure that these liveries are set up and working properly.
Roger, on you go. Yep, you probably won't be able to change it until you landed, but...
We're starting in the air.
You want me to just take an air spawn anyways and we'll
yeah,
work it?
If they don't work, just carry on anyway.
And are you calling our spawn here, or should we go ahead and spawn in?
Spawn in one mic, please.
Roger.
1515. She had already typed in the password.
Hi, Cap, you didn't arm up my F5?
Yeah, sure I did, Tail. I'm sure I did, Tail. Have you tried both of them?
I will try the other one.
Is this Rev 1? Is this mission Rev 1? I haven't looked.
Negative, it says naval cast, no rev on it.
Roger, we need the Rev 1. So
Yeah, let me just attempt the landing and just take off. Just in. And then server broke.
I'd rather not, because obviously we're on the time.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. All these new bloody
You changing the mission over because I'll disconnect.
Server's down again.
I think they're
Oh god. Oh, what a mess. It's always a mess. Servers.
And it crashed on load.
It's alright, server's down to change.
Which is probably why it crashed. It probably tried to connect to a dying.
It's not dying. It's coming back up.
Do I have time to make a cup of tea?
Cup of tea?
Time to make a cup of tea.
So Irish.
Cup of tea?
I'm talking to Papa Django.
With all the rearming and we gotta wait for another group to land before we go, I think you got time to put off.
So are we air spawning or are we deck spawning?
Trying to find some good rubber duck quotes from Convoy.
Convoy. Right, I'm going out of Discord, guys.
Hi.
Buick flight, while we have the luxury of Discord to talk, do you guys want to do it in wing?
I'm gonna wait till everybody else gets
We'll be on SRS.
I'll find them when we're starting in the air and the ground.
Say burn.
Yeah, it's just easier to hear.
Devices that shift your gun.
Oh, yeah. He didn't fill up my fuel tank. So,
Glide on in.
Yep, I suppose I can just attempt to take off at least. Otherwise, I will just change aircraft.
Copy. You telling me you've got an F-18?
No, I'm telling I got a F5 with a little bit too little fuel.
Yeah, but do you have an aircraft that can actually land on the carrier and operate from the carrier?
Yes, I have the F5. What carrier are we supposed to land on?
July, Charlie 32.
Tail, go to IKEA, find a wall, build it, bang your head on it.
Oh, wait a second, I will actually build my own fuel.
Shifty, you flight lead for Saber.
Hi, Major.
All is well, Commander.
Gumbo!
I did it yesterday, it's Gumbo's turn.
Fair enough.
Wait, Tail is now landing on the left carrier to just make this as fast.
So none of the Harrier pilots are in yet.
Are we good to spawn in yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh god, here he comes.
A while. Not really far.
Come on, nail it, Tail.
Nail.
I'm waiting to see whether we're spawning on a carrier or we're spawning in the air.
I will give it a shot. Oh, wow.
Gumbo, looks like we're on the wrong carrier. We've got the wrong skin. I don't think it makes any difference.
All systems are operable, which means I am fine. You can call me Nova.
Yeah, I know. I can call you other things as well. Hello. The puppy's not working.
This is the problem.
We're on the left, I think.
It is just kind of problematic trying to just remember how you landed the F5 on the carrier.
So, Black Friday starts very soon.
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
Another 4.5 hours.
Almost like a runway.
Lots of deals.
What is the...
Why is...
There we are.
Go on, Rook.
Why have I got two face rigs?
Which liver are we taking, Rage?
As whichever one was spawned with, I guess.
We have the GR blue one, but I think Cap's taking that.
Oh, too rusty, eh?
Come on, Tail, go on.
Right, looks like we're starting on the carrier then.
Yeah, that's a question. Oh my god, am I seriously boltering this? Yeah.
And I don't even know what
Enfield 1-2 cleared for startup. Wind 360 at 2 meters per second.
135. We're on 135.
Now, is anybody else on in Buick? Is there AOA going up and down, negative like 50 and up to 60 and stuff?
Yes, mine is.
This is strange.
Okay, we need full flaps for starters.
Yeah.
I'm putting the wheel chops on.
Current status.
What did you say it was bouncing?
No music is currently playing.
Look at your AOA indicator.
Music pack has been set to trade pack.
I'm gonna respawn.
Well, I didn't set any music.
Okay, IKEA flight is now assembling for landing.
And now it says GR1 instead of Grim Reapers, so I know the skin's new. So here we
Uzi
go.
1-1 cleared for startup. Wind 360 at 2 meters per second.
Copy.
Let's move me little lights. I like my little lights.
We gotta figure out what's our...
They're lovely little lights, me little lights. I like me little lights. Even these move. Get them out my face.
I would recommend the blue splinter ones or so, because if I remember right, they have some.
Come on. Oh, got some
Oh, my frames dropped quite a lot.
Mine haven't. Got 60 frames.
I'm all right to go and support them.
Rearming complete.
Yeah.
Can hear 5x5 shifting.
Rage, how about VFA 122?
Go with the VMFA 122 high vid.
Say again, Rage.
Werewolves.
VMFA122
I don't
Hydras.
need no steering, do I?
Okay,
no.
gotcha.
I don't.
If you can't be the Grim Reapers, then you have to be the werewolves.
Okay, let's have a look outside. My skin. Look at this. This is proper skin. Look at that. How does that look? That's cool. What's on the side? Oh, that's wrong. That's a bit wonky, isn't it? That one, we'll look at the side only. What's the flaps when I move my nozzle?
Check.
Parking area.
Takeoff check down.
Not cool.
So if you don't manage to take off
to blow
right
the
now,
bloody doors off!
you're gonna have to do all
Well, I've
those
got
landing attempts.
Mavericks.
No, because then I will be actually
Blow everything off with Mavericks.
competent at landing at first. Plus, I won't be actually landing.
Have we got any waypoints then? Do you think? Let's have a look at the knee board.
All the missions.
No, there's no friggin' knee. God's sake, there's no waypoints.
Rachel. Cat 2 after I'm finished filming it.
Hang on, you're in T-spot, are you?
Hello.
Who the fuck has to park on the wires?
Right, so Tac, you go to Cat 3.
Let's chill out, he's having some technical issues.
So we got bullseye, but we haven't got
Okay, let's try one center fuel tank if I can carry that.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Jack, let's actually have the carrier ready, so you don't need to be in an airborne Harrier.
Oh,
Congrats on Cat.
Okay, Roger. I'm on my way in anyway. I'll just land it and do from there. My bad.
Alright, get rid of that noise.
Just be aware there's 2 Harriers already sat on the deck of the Terror.
Yeah, Roger that.
Good to go.
Uzi 1-1, cleared the taxi to runway. Uzi 1-1, cleared the taxi to runway. Cool. Uzi 1-1, taxi to cleared the taxi to runway.
Yeah,
Uzi 1-1, cleared the taxi to runway. 1-2, cleared for startup. Uzi 1-1, cleared the taxi to runway.
Roger, Captain.
Uzi 1-1, cleared the taxi to runway.
Can you go
Uzi 1-1, cleared the taxi.
What spots are available on the deck of the Terror?
Tailmost ones.
Roger.
So
Springfield 1-2, cleared for startup. Wind 360 at 2 meters per second.
oh, that's why I can hear him both. Oop. 18. That's the one I want. Number 18. Okay, so it's just a matter of time of waiting, hanging around, and hanging around. Getting rather light now. What's everybody doing then? Is there somebody behind me? I think there is. Oh no, hang on. Can't see, I'm gonna have to go outside. Hang on. No, it's just the two of them. Gotta put my parking brake on, hadn't I?
Yeah, the problem is that I'm having zero internal fuel, so yeah, I will have that like super economical. Spot A, USS Hey Gumbo, can you change your channel frequency to 130 so we can talk? Yeah, I'm on 130.
Who should be listening? Alright, I think I'm going to put them on. Got me anti-collision lights and everything on. You know what these guys are like. Nozzle steering I don't need.
Springfield, 1-3, cleared the taxi to runway. Springfield, 1-3, cleared the taxi to Horn, 1-1, taxi to parking area.
Flash should be on. Yeah, slurs on. Okay, that's good.
Check touchdown. Nicely done.
I'm gonna have to refuel before I go there.
Who said something from Tebra?
It's gonna be an interesting takeoff.
Can you re-land on your carrier?
I should check weights, shouldn't I?
Yeah, how many attempts do you need? Yeah, many. Apparently. Are you trying to? Never mind.
Short rolling takeoff though, I should be okay.
I'm going to be taking the 65Es. Not confident with the 65Gs in a Harrier just yet, but I'm
Uzi, 1-1. You are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.93.
I'm on 65Gs all around. Roger, I'll be taking 2 9Ms as well.
Uzi, 1-2. Cleared the taxi to runway.
Tanks on.
Hang on.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, the thing is like the tanks are like barely filling up half my fuel tank, so...
Well,
Colt,
waiting
1-3.
again.
Taxi to parking area.
There you go, Tebro.
We are flying tonight.
You're high. You're high. Wave off, wave off.
Oh, we will be flying tonight. Can't remember which one it is. We will be flying.
Are you guys coming along for this mission?
Who are you flying with tonight, Auntie?
The Grim Reapers.
Tremendous. Really?
Oh no, not these assholes.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Somebody should teach you some manners, mate.
You've made another mistake. Time for me to leave.
Do I get the day off?
It's a bad idea, but I like it.
So, I've heard, so Dave wants a ship's cat. Dave wants a ship's cat. I've got to put the so in now, like, I'm gonna have to remember these. So many different sayings.
Away for a moment.
So Dave wants a ship's cat.
Leo, you can tell Dave we have a cat. A real one.
The ship's cat is currently in the hold.
I think cats are very interesting creatures. I'm glad we have one aboard.
Uzi, 1-2. You are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE to 29.93.
Cat, yes.
He said woof, which means you've got a kind face.
The ship's cat is so adorable.
Hello.
Oh,
Looks over there. Computer, tell me about Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's cat
A hypothetical experiment in which a cat kept in a closed box can be alive and dead at the same time, as long as nobody lifts the lid to take a look.
I've given some thought to Schrodinger's cat. I can assure you, it's very dead.
People often forget about the third state of Schrodinger's cat, which is bloody pissed off.
Dave just said the ship needs a ship's cat, and then he said woof, which of course, contextually, means meow.
Piss off, Leo, you bumhole.
The ship's cat? You gotta be kidding me. Sounds like trouble.
Doesn't it? Sounds like something for a curry.
Rage, which carrier are you on? I'm on the left carrier. Are you guys ready to go? Yep, we're already on the cats, ready to go. Alright, we'll wait until the last minute to save fuel. Roger. By the way, Cat, I will be respawning when you are taking, when you are like up and ready after circling around. Just conserve as much fuel as possible. Hey, from.
Just need to get my MVGs equipped.
So I'm just going to try and...
Why? Arena, is it going nighttime or daytime?
Let me just mute myself for a minute there.
I'm all set. I think it's morning.
Nova. Nova.
How can I help?
Rubber Ducky 2, are you ready?
356, go by 18, stand by if you're ready.
Auntie, you here?
Who's the caller?
Auntie, this is Safe, are you here? Auntie, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Sorry, mic was muted.
Safe, are you here? Yeah, got you now. You ready?
Yeah, just need to refuel.
Harrier, are you guys ready?
Sorry, mic was muted. Safe, are you here?
That is very loud.
Rubber Ducky's ready to fly.
You're on, line up.
Current status. No music
all
is
aboard then, I'll come with you. I'm not normal.
Music pack has been set to trade pack.
Just a shame nobody else does.
Request refueling. Request rearming. The flight is ready. Copy.
Roger. Let me dispatch Buick first.
How's that? That shouldn't be... I found the stream was distorted when I listened to it. It was very loud.
377, you're on and on. Just put them out. Call the ball. 877,
That should be better. I can't really watch myself because it'll destroy the bandwidth. Oh no, I've left the mirrors on.
Okay, Buick on the left carrier. I'm ready for you guys to take off.
Can I switch? How do I set the mirrors?
Roger.
M. Hang on, just M for mirrors.
Rearming complete.
Mirrors toggle left shift and M. Okay. Look at that, immediate jump to 68 frames, then back down to 60, and they didn't toggle, did they?
Any left-hand power.
They're not actually toggling. Not doing anything. They're completely balked. They're not actually doing anything. Oh come on, let's go, because I just refueled. I don't want to be putting bloody fuel in again.
Okay, Rubber Ducky Harrier flight, please take off and get with the order.
Okie doke. Okie doke. Nozzles to 10.
Okay,
I visited my new friend in his flat.
What?
He told me to make myself at home, so I threw him out. I hate having visitors.
Bloody chipmunks.
Chipmunks are really cool dudes. Just ask Dave the dog.
Brakes on. Water on. Rotate. Gear up. Witch's hat to between the chevrons. Flaps. Didn't even use any water.
Lead was pattern height.
Okay, Sabre, please take off and get with the flight.
Current altitude is 3,500 feet.
Sabre hold, someone's got the wrong type of Mavericks, stand by.
Yeah, Roger, he's just rearming.
Water off. Power down. I'm going very slowly. I've still got 25 degrees on my flaps.
Okay,
Don't
Cap,
know
we're
why.
ready.
Okay, Sabre, please take off and get with the ferry.
Flaps should gradually go up as my speed increases.
Negative, someone avoids fucks it up.
Why is my flaps not going up? I think my flaps were stuck. Bloody hell.
Dave said you're a crap pilot.
Dave can take himself for a walk. Right. Let's just hold altitude in the bank. Somebody over here. Hornet underneath me. They did say pattern altitude 3,000 feet. Where is everybody? Hang on, let me put that on. Alright, it appears like I'm in the lead. Cool. No, my flaps were in auto, but they weren't in auto, if you know what I mean. They actually were in the correct position, but they seem to be bugged. Yeah. You find the best cure for ADHD has always been a fine selection of certain cannabis. Yeah, except it's illegal in this country. And my doctor won't give me the medicine for ADHD because it's an amphetamine. Okay, so I've got something on my RWR poking. Oh, it's the Hornets, isn't it? Banky thing on? Oh, my Nobody's over there now. I don't know what we're doing. I'm going to back off the throttle though. I don't want to be wasting fuel going round and round in bloody circles.
Yeah, right, you at 350 knots. 350, paper. Roger, thank you.
350.
Angels, 3.5.
Angels? What? How about flight level 035?
377 left for the final bearing, 2
Let's get back with the pack.
Got a flight of F-18s in a right-hand orbit. The formation is in a left-hand orbit.
My boys are over here.
I wouldn't call that a formation, it looks more like a strung out line, but okay.
Where'd it go in?
It's a line formation. Okay, Rage, on this natural circuit round, you can get on the Vector. Roger.
Vector, Victor. I had to get that in there. It's a good job it only went out onto the Harrier's radio though. My headphones aren't on properly, that's what's the problem.
Formation rolling out, 010.
Oh Christ.
Activating lights, Commander.
Climb to Angels 10.
These F-18s, you know, they're just more highly manoeuvrable than the Harrier. I mean, we're fully loaded here, so we're like a lumbering brick.
Keep coming left. Keep coming left. Cypher, I believe you're heading the wrong way. Yeah, I'm turning in. Just on your left, though.
Where they're heading? What direction? We're miles away from each other. I've already lost £1,300 of fuel just flying around in friggin' circles.
join the formation.
We're getting there. I think the font looks quite odd, doesn't it? Big two sizes. I might have to change that. Is that them guys up ahead of me?
Yeah, 2 Hornets just drifting into us. Formation, leveling out, Angels 10.
10? Well, they said 3.5. Give me strength! Flipping heck. Did he not call out Angels 3.5? Nah, I'm not sure about it. I liked it at first. Well, I know they're at Angels 10. They're not heading 320 though. There's no way they're heading 320. I'm telling you that now. They're definitely not heading 320. The font is a bit big on the right hand side. I'm not sure about that font. I think that font is a bit icky. Oh, speed 320. Yeah, well, I've got to catch him up, haven't I? So, and I'm climbing as well. So, and I'm in a lumbering brick. I've now used £1,700 of fuel already. Down to £6,000, so and we haven't even made the coast because we've been going round and round in bloody circles, which annoys the hell out of me.
Jack, what's your RPM?
RPM is 5.9.
But if I put
speed 327.
If I put any more throttle on, it's just going to waste fuel at this height, and I need to get higher than this to save fuel. He's not calling out the direction, so I'm way behind now. I don't know where my Harriers have gone. Have they ploughed on ahead? I've got no navigational points. There's no waypoints or anything, so we don't know where we're going. Yeah, a couple of SB3s would have been nice, wouldn't it? Now could have done a bit of tanking. I'm trying to get a bit of zoom out, but I can't zoom out any further. Better. That's better. How far are they going now? You see that they're not doing 320. I mean, I'm doing 417 ground speed and it doesn't look like I'm catching them up.
Okay, Harris, get your Maverick. Okay, Harris, get your Mavericks fenced in.
Yeah, because I'm using lasers. Mine's all set up, I hope that's okay. Like I said, I haven't done any practice.
Range, we push into 350 anytime.
Would you like to?
Yes, please.
Roger. Alright, guys, we're slowly pushing up to 350 knots.
You're already doing 350. It says so on the F10 menu screen.
Yeah, Dagger 1, I'm on your left.
I'm doing 430 now.
Roger, I'm going to push up to the formation a bit more.
Please, 330.
I've changed course as well.
Cats up, blip on the radar, 12 o'clock, about 50 miles. 350. Hammer going offensive. Visual radar contact. Nails, MiG-25s. Fugue's breaking off.
Now they've changed course again.
Spread, everyone spread, otherwise you'll get taken up by one missile. On it.
So what height are they at now then? Still 10,000, 430 knots, and accelerating. Where's the Harriers gone? Oh, they're there.
Are you going to rage quit?
What? No.
Yes, Danny.
Be quiet.
Shutting up mode engaged.
These clouds are well done today, aren't they? I don't want to mix with these MiG-25s. Why are we heading towards MiG-25s? Let the Hornets take out the MiG-25s. Why are we heading towards them? We head towards Bulls.
Rage, Fox 3. Right guys, if you have your Jehicmas on, then it will show you info on the target if you look their way.
I'm different windows to find the targets.
Yeah, I'm searching.
Oh, you swore again. My.
I didn't swear.
Hammer 1 Fox 3.
Why are they going the other way?
I have tally on convo.
I have negative visual on T-pod.
Ooh.
Could you advise their position in relation to the city?
I'm just about to fire one
underneath us.
No problem.
Hang on, stand there. Oh, that's a crashed aeroplane. So, where's the convoy then? It's going to be below me, isn't it?
Rage, ray gun. Right. Body spike. Ray gun.
Cap, before that missile, you should see the target.
Roger, Cap.
Mr. Regan.
Body spike. Rook ray gun. Body spike. Cap, body lock. Yeah, body spike. Body spike.
One shack against the convoy, you should see the smoke column. Western Regan.
Where?
Regan.
Shield 3. Convoy. I got free visual on convoy 10. Company spike, Angels 5.
Shit.
29, ray gun.
Oh, I've got the convoy.
Rally strike.
Safe loading in on last tank. Body spike.
Ray gun. Spot target. Rifle.
Rifle.
Ray gun.
What's the ray gun?
I think I've got a 2-9 on my nose here.
Ray gun. What's the ray gun?
I got body spikes.
Body spike.
Body spike.
Cap body spike.
Cap is flaring for identification.
What's the ray gun?
Alright, whoever's being lost, I got free rifle.
I don't have flares, they don't work for some reason. You can turn them on.
Body spike.
They are on. I'm not doing this again.
Possible body spike.
Shock on. Body spike.
Let's see if I can get them all off on one room, on one go.
Body spike gunboat.
Deborah running on targets. Got the last one, I think.
You got one in front.
Guns. Buddy spike, buddy spike.
Deborah rifle. Just had one on me and I lost.
Deborah rifle.
Why the hell is that not? Oh, God's sakes. Get that unlocked.
Rook, body spike. Deborah rifle. Deborah Winchester air to ground. Rook, body spike. Cap body spike. Body spike.
Pain in the head that was. Alright, I get some altitude for crying out loud.
Rifle.
Is it rifle or magnum? I can't remember.
Shock dog. Body spike.
Combat body spike.
Keep my height.
Ray gun. Somebody just flare down near that lake. Yes. Yeah, that was Jack.
Hang on,
Roger.
that doesn't look like convoy to me. Where's the convoy gone? Oh shit, have we lost the convoy? Damn.
Body spike.
Piggy them, I lost it. Oh, they're all lined up.
Back up for your rifle. Ray gun. That's OB.
Oh god.
Alerts will now sound like this.
Oh, kick off with your alert.
Shock target. Body spike.
Why is it all this bloody spiking?
Body spike.
Ray gun.
Body spike.
Alright. way.
Body spike. Body spike cap. Body spike.
For God's sake, with the buddy spikes. Normally I can rattle 2 or 3 of these off at a time, but well, much luck today.
Full rifles out, RTB.
Ah. Oh, come on, do it again. Shit. I think that one completely missed.
Rage, what's the cap situation? Body spikes all clear. Roger, Hammer about to head back, we're almost finished. We've set up a barrier just to the east of your target. Dagger 3 gun guns. Hold off Dagger 3. Roger.
Hi Snowman,
Sorry about
how
that,
are you doing?
I called that ray gun twice. Yeah, IFM also works in the morning. Ray gun? Arguably. Just comms is full of ray gun, buddy spike, ray gun, buddy spike.
Bloody annoying.
Don't worry, I don't think there are any 25s left.
I did shout buddy spike, but I didn't realise that my combat selected, so by the time I changed it, it already launched. One of those things to be honest.
Oh, come on.
We wouldn't have to do this ray gun crap so much if the bloody radar sight would differentiate between dots and dashes.
Yep, totally agree. It's one of those things. Think it come.
Sight Winchester.
Let's face it, I probably had it coming anyway.
Alright, next. Time for guns.
Revenge.
3/4 mile.
Might as well. What I want to do though is I want to I shouldn't be doing things like that. What I want to do is
Cypher, you want us to RTB back to the
engage
tower?
my autopilot so it'll there you go.
Tower.
It's now trimmed me up. So I'm back on the throttle.
Static, what's the bearing?
What's what?
3 rifle.
How about repeating?
Cap body spike.
I don't answer you, repeat your message. God's sakes, these kids.
3 rifle.
Right, we're going to go in for a
Body
gun
spike.
attack. I haven't had any bunny spikes. See what this gun can do, eh? See if we can rip through some tanks.
Okay, remember the carriers, 1 TACAN and 1 X-ray. 1 X-ray, confirm. Hey, nice job. Nice job, Cap. 4 kills with the Mavericks. Thank you.
Anything left?
What's the rig? I'm going to climb to Angels 20. Fuel economy. Hostile incursion 40 miles east with Red Bull Hornet still with it.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm out of control here. Whoa, oh, I'm hit, I'm hit, I'm hit, I'm hit. I'm hit, I'm hit, I'm very hit. I'm very, very hit. Oh well. If I'd been able to take my snake eyes, I would have taken out half that freaking convoy with one run.
356, don't go out there, don't force on that, man. 354, lock on, 6 miles,
Call yourself a pilot. The cat can fly better than you.
I am a pilot.
Oops, sorry, wrong one. Let's try again.
He didn't even get a Maverick off. Stop music.
Stopping music.
Keep calm. I've carried out an internal scan, because for a moment it did...
Gotta go for it, go for it, go for it!
So, red AI and a MiG-23 with an AIM-120C. What? How can a MiG-23 have an AIM-120? Oh, right, T-Brew killed a MiG-23 with an AIM-120C. Alright, okay. I got that one. Rook died. Red AI and a MiG-23 killed Blue Blair Rook and an F-18 Hornet with an R-60. Dogfighting with Mavericks on. That's a cool one. Let's go F10. Except there's no fog of war on this map. Cap hasn't put fog of war on. I wonder if we can put lot ATC on. Hang on. Let's see if that'll work. I'll tell you what I could do. I could connect to TAC-View, and we could watch it from TAC-View. But I want to see if this works. Right, connect.
Hello from Dead Land. Well, not totally dead. I did a job.
I am much more than AI. Much more.
I could be ATC. So this is what lot ATC is. This is the thing that I ran last week, wasn't it? To see how many people could get the thing. So as you can see, I could do GCI for these guys. Actually, I couldn't I? Hang on. Let me get into here and. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to go options. See if there's
Enfield 1-2 cleared for startup. Wind 360 at 2 meters per.
And now I need DCS overlay, and we want 243. I think it's 243. Ah! Shit. Cap, you're merged. Pogrots, 11 o'clock, Cap in front of you, dogfighting. T-Bro, on your 7 o'clock. Oh, you're dead. Pograts, enemy on your 6. I need to learn how to do this. Enemy dead ahead, Cap as well, straight in front of your Pograts. Don't shoot Cap down.
I try.
You also got an enemy at about 020 degrees.
Oh, I've lost my guy. I've got him.
What's that? Oh, 048 now. Pograts, enemy 048 degrees, 8 nautical miles. Shifty 058 for 15. At 8,000 feet. Is that Pograts? Pograts dead ahead.
Harrier, if I move, you're getting shot.
Pograts, break. Pograts, enemy on your 6 at 1.5 nautical miles. That was a good break. Where's Shifty gone? Ooh. Shifty merged. Shifty, the enemy turning around to come on your 6.
Has Pograt got one on his 6?
Pograt, you're clear, and the enemy is now on your 3 o'clock. Dogfighting with Shifty. I can only see them when one of their radars lights them up, you see. I don't have an AWACS.
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
This is why it keeps blinking out. This is why they keep disappearing. I can only see them when they're highlighted by radar. I think Shifty's gone down. Has Shifty gone down? No, he hasn't. He's still up somewhere. Oh, there they are.
Somebody just swear.
Shifty's dead ahead 1 mile. I can't even say the words. Merged. I hate it when they disappear, but without an AWACS up.
Directly up, sorry.
My problem is I don't have an AWACS, so you're blinking on and off the radar screen. I can only see you when you highlight each other up. Shifty enemies dead ahead with you merged. Let's have a look from Shifty's point of view, shall we? Hello? Oh no, we missed Shifty. Hang on. Freaking hell, spells. That's Pogrets. That's Shifty. Press F5 and go into Is that gonna hit anything? No, I don't think so. Back to Shifty. Let's zoom out, let's see. Can't see anything around him. Oh, there's smoke there though. Bring up that. They look clear to me. I'll show you a better way to do it, right? I mean, this would be great when you've got an AWACS on. Let's get rid of it.
Anyway, guys,
That's noisy now, isn't it?
Saturday, you may be able to stop it. That's what I meant. Captain, you like some take off so that we can, alright, so there's more plans remaining here. Over at Shippy. Do we have any hostiles left? Negative. There's only remaining aircraft. There's
a better way doing it. Now you can see now you can see missiles and everything. That's a good way of oh, I've got it across 3 screens now. Look at that, that's 3 screens. Wow, noisy. That's noisy. I could be landing soon, not? Has everybody landed? They're just I think they're just disconnected. I don't think they actually landed back at the carriers. That's gonna be noisy. Anyway, back to attack view. Yeah. So attack view, which is. I'm hoping it's going to go on offer today. well, tonight, you know, Black Friday coming up. I don't know if it will. Yeah, I wonder how they are.
Is it you or Jack going first?
Be Jack.
Hello.
What's that?
What was that for then? Just getting where with a rate, I guess. Bit dangerous with Jack in front of him though. But now you can see what I mean. You can see the missiles and everything from TAC view. TAC view is great for. I mean, you can see the radars. Actually, this TAC view of mine doesn't have the overlay that I usually have. Does it? Is it? Oh yes, it does. It does. It's not very.
I think you'll have to spawn in an F-18 cap to communicate that with them.
You can also change the frequency in the SRS overlay.
Yeah, I think because it's because we're in spectators, it won't let you communicate.
I can hear them. I changed mine.
You're on 251. That's why. If you put in 243, you'll be able to talk to them. But it's game over anyway, and I suppose I go back to to Discord, and I can unmute myself. Everybody else is in Discord now.
Capcom check 243.
Right, my point.
Whoopsie. Everyone please land on the right carrier.
What happened to everybody? There was a massive furball and then everybody disappeared.
They all got killed by MiG-23s.
There was two of them, there took 5 in the way.
Yeah, where was that cap?
Going ray gun.
Using laser guns.
God, you can't trust the ISS in front of you.
There's our fleet. Well, I got a bit flustered doing GTI there. I'm going to have to practice that, I think. That's something else that needs to be practiced. Good when it's working. The problem with the lot ATC at the moment, I don't know if there's any plans, is it doesn't show missiles and it doesn't show ground units that don't have radar, which is quite odd, because an AWACS will show ground units. That's what it does. You can see cars going up and down the highway with an AWACS screen. I don't know why it doesn't show ground units that don't have radar. And on the right carrier. Turn! Turn! You have to turn! Going to land on the tower, isn't it?
Enemy's YT side is just orbiting. Back to we're going in now. Check touchdown correct. Yeah, you're cleared. I can hang around with them, not making that.
Realised it's going to the wrong carrier.
30 miles.
Tight.
Looks like there's somebody on the deck there. You can't have much fuel left though. And it looks like the other Harriers on the deck. There's Shifty, let's go to Shifty. Oh, he's going to do a break. Oh, I wonder if we can do hang on. We'll watch him do the break and then we'll see if we can do a lot ATC for him on the carrier. think I can do glide slope from here, can't I? Oh, I hate having to put this in all the time.
Shoot you down.
Oh, God's sake. No, I can't get it. Hang on, let me move that out of the way. That's quiet. Normally, you can click on, well, you can click on the airfield, I know that much. But it's not allowing me to do it.
I've got 1,600 pounds left, so I can hang out for a little bit longer.
Get poker, dump that one.
Can't do it. If I come down here, to like there.
I want to give pod rats plenty of space. I can hang around for a bit.
And then I can do airlock. Take approach on 09. How do I get rid of that now? Sugar.
You want to start letting drop onto the hot tub.
So I can now open this up. I now can see the glide slope from top down and from side view. So I can see an aircraft coming in and tell them whether they're on finals or not. You know, tell them where to. Right, and you can see the. They were coming in. But obviously you can't do that with aircraft carriers. So who's left up then? 2 aircraft. Is that all that's left? 2 aircraft. Well, this is going to be boring. This is going to be boring.
Good morning to you, Danny. I hope you're ready for some hot gaming action today.
I didn't say good morning, I said it's going to be boring. We're going to have to wait for these 2 to get down now.
That doesn't count that he's in.
I think I'll just stop the server now. Where's he going? What's he doing? Just get lined up and go in and land. You're way too high. You're way too fast. Oh, I can't be bothered to watch that. That's boring. It's going to take forever to get down. It's not interesting. We want debrief.
Alerts will now sound like this.
What? I said we want debrief.
312 coming
I said nothing about alerts. Really, really, really bad. This do my head in this voice attack.
Next track.
Now, I didn't say next track. I said voice attack. You stupid thing. This is because the microphone's too loud. It's maxing out on voice attack, which is really, really dumb. I don't know why it's doing it, but put that down there. It's much better. It only goes up a third, but it keeps putting it up as maximum, and I don't know why. It's annoying. Stop music.
Stopping music.
That would be now. Thank you. Alright, see if there's any Black Friday deals.
I am known as Nova.
Oh, goodness sakes, I'm going to switch you off, mind, if you keep it up. I tell you. I really am. Oh, and Sniper Wolf might be doing something tonight as well. That's going to be good. So, we might be able to do some stuff. Oh, hang on. There's a bunch of them in the Training Ops channel already. But it's...
Would you like to restart VMX Player so that the changes may take effect?
No. What changes?
Okay.
What bloody changes? It's the problem with having too many commands, too many programs running at the same time for voice, isn't it, really? I guess. Why is nobody saying anything in Discord? Discord's usually a hive of activity. Definitely got sound on Discord.
You might want to check the undercarriage after that last one. Just
what?
Saying.
Hey? I think it's going to need retraining again.
Yeah, you have any issues with your ACLS bullseye dropping off?
It's going a bit haywire, this damn thing.
Okay, that's 3 passes in a row, or even...
what are we doing? Why are we waiting?
I am much more than AI.
Ah, you keep reminding me about that. Yeah. Come on board. I'm tired as well. I've got to be up at bloody 7 in the morning. Oh, I keep forgetting to get my car booked in. It's got to get MOT done. Ah, I should have booked it in on Monday. I keep forgetting. Damn, it's Thursday tomorrow as well already.
Taking 1.2, 1 level clear down, 140 heading 13788.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been all math slinging as well. I could have gone in there with 14 snake eyes and decimated half that convoy.
I think it's incredible.
Roger ball, 25 knots.
It's quite good. How does it know that he's going for a carrier? Ooh, that didn't work.
235, paddle.
Still didn't work. Hang on. I'll put that there then. Now, strange, the other one went all across all 3 screens. But this one ain't. double click on that, it goes across 2 screens. Which is stupid. It is a beta this one, I did click on beta.
Cat wants to do some videoing with some sound effects.
Can't I forget that?
Yeah, Shifty, help me out here. What the hell was going on with my flares and chaff and shit? Setting it to on or bypass.
Gonna get rid of voice attack for a minute or 3.
Man, it
Set it to bypass, and then that dial switch set that to standby.
Yeah.
Dial switch to the right of it, set that to standby, and put it on bypass.
So ECM to standby?
Yep.
Oh, that would be why it's locking it out. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
It's a new one on me.
Right, drop it. It's interesting how the position updates, isn't it? Jerks. I think he's the last one down now, isn't he? Come on, we'll go do some else now. I wonder if Sniper Wolf's doing his up. Let's have a look. Let's just check.
Well, that was fun, gents.
Well, I was down with about 300 pounds of fuel by the time I hit the deck.
To be fair, mate, you took that long to approach it. I thought the carrier was going to run out of fuel. Never mind.
Yeah, I just didn't realise I was so far out on my approach. I've been hanging around for progress and code to come back in. I sort of kept drifting north, south even.
9 PM. Let's see how many people are actually going to be down and refresh that. Self against TeamSpeak. There's not many people there. Oh, hang on.
How much food did you have left, Progress?
Sniper Wolf's not there.
£80.
Sniper Wolf's gone. Where's Sniper Wolf?
Nice!
Just enough to get off.
Oh, doesn't look like there's enough people turned up for it.
Yeah, I didn't want to come in and risk you getting tangled with you on your landing because I knew you were so low.
It's because it's Thanksgiving, isn't it? Whatever that means. It's a big holiday, but I don't know what it means.
I think I was still quite a ways out when you originally approached.
We call
I could probably have got in. I just
thank heavens we got rid of
still
the
getting used to carrier landing, so it's just I've got to take it slow and steady.
But isn't it thanks? Aren't they giving thanks to the Native Americans for stopping them from dying of hunger and then killing them all? Something like
thanks,
that,
Auntie. We're done with it now.
I think it's something like that. I don't know. You guys will have to educate me on that. But
that's enough embarrassing myself.
I think that's what Thanksgiving is, isn't it?
I think we all do.
Thanking the Native Americans for.
Well, I was dog fighting them with the master arm off, so that's why I wasn't shooting if anybody was wondering why I was flying around in circles like an idiot.
Okay, debrief quickly, rather than going through all the groups. So we took off, we ferried, everything went fine. We got our first engagement with MiG-25.
I think it is.
That was pretty problem-free as far as I could see. I know there was a bit of cleaning up afterwards and a bit of confusion, but I think we dispatched them fairly easily without any problems. Then we attacked the convoy and we did pretty good. We killed about 30 out of 40. I think we just ran out of missiles, didn't we, at the end of the day? We just ran out of Mavericks, which is good. And then came the MiG-23s, which are pretty crap aircraft, and we kind of all fell to pieces, and they shot us all down, which is a bit annoying. I don't know what you guys think. For me, it was just I knew where they were. Well, I had programmed the mission, so I knew where they was coming from, and I locked them up and everything. but my IFF kept changing from square to diamond, and all the way until visual ID, so I couldn't shoot anything until I was in a dogfight. And it's anyone's game when you're in a dogfight. Do you guys have the same problem?
Yeah, a lot.
Similar issues. The problem I find with the IFF is that on the HUD, it's always a square.
Didn't have that.
It either changes to a normal square or square that's angled. You know, and if depending on your aspect, it's always going to look like a square.
Okay, that wasn't the real issue. The real issue was a lot of bad flying.
Well,
Do you want me to? I'll elaborate. There's a lot of people when we get in. What happens in GR is whenever we enter air-to-air combat, a lot of people just go gung-ho, oh, I'm going to get a kill, and just go charge in a single... So I'm getting echoed from somebody.
I must think it's Cap. I don't have a solution.
Okay. So yeah, a lot of people go charging in, you know, and not working as a team, which is what happened. You should pair up and fly as bloody, you know, a wingman, and you solve a lot of these problems.
That's definitely an issue, which I think is something that we should maybe make a mission even to help us work on it. But when I died, it's because I had a enemy MiG just off my nose, about 2 miles or something, and when I turned on him, I locked him up cold ray gun, and by that time he'd already launched a missile.
Roger. I mean, I was flying to the sky. I had him locked 30 miles out, and it just kept, as you see in the movie, it kept changing from square to diamond, even though I was at flat aspect all the time. Until all the way I got into visual combat, and it was still square then, and I was flat aspect. I saw him shoot one of you guys down, and I thought that must be a bad guy. So I was completely hamstrung.
I accidentally shot down Kingston. I was about 14 miles out, 10 seconds of calling out ray guns and watching the IFF ping on the damn HUD, and after 10 seconds and no call, I had Fox 3, and like 2 seconds later he goes, ray gun, he goes, buddy spike, and I was like, oh shit.
So
to be fair, I only heard one call out and I responded within 3 seconds.
That's why I flew out of the area. I heard so many ray guns, I was fed up of it. I just flew away and then came back in later.
Yeah, so we're going to be a real problem with this. It's just the Hornet and its weird effect up IFF. For FC3 or anything else, or VID planes, it's not a problem. You get VID or you have a working IFF. But
it doesn't help that the radar doesn't differentiate it either, like it does in the F-15.
Yeah, like the dots
so you're
and dashes.
purely relying on the symbology, and it's just fucked. And it's basically a roll of the dice if that person doesn't respond or not, or whether or not it's a friendly killer.
Yeah, I had a couple locks on enemy bandits, and I was so afraid I was going to shoot down another friendly. I refrained from...
Same here.
There is a solution. Is obviously get a lock, quickly look at F10 map and see what's ahead of you. That's what I was.
Well, yeah, but there were guys in front of me that were friendlies that were mixed up in dogfights. Yeah,
if you're not sure, don't shoot.
That's what I did, and I still got shot down by MiG-23s.
I think that's why none of us shot.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Is when I came head to head on that MiG, I wasn't sure what it was, so I waited a second or two, and then by that time you just see this little dot increasing in size quite quickly.
There wasn't.
That's his missile,
Ray gun, buddy spec.
You hesitate, you die. That's the problem.
Magnum, Ray gun,
Gaggle of blue in the middle. It was just like a big mix of everything. It was very difficult. There was no organisation on.
Well, I'm watching it on the TAC view, and it is an absolute mess.
Exactly. That's why you need to pair up and fly as a wingman, and sort of trying to organise itself, especially the cap flight. It was just everybody for every man for himself.
See, in the cap flight, with the cap flight, I was over the lake in a left-hand orbit, and I called in the rest of the guys to come into an orbit. And I mean, there was a good 10 minutes that I was in that left-hand orbit, and by the time we got engaged, nobody was near me.
I didn't even hear you say that out.
Yeah, I think I was up there within an orbit with you, and Pograts was there.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you were close. You were in the vicinity, but by the time we turn in, nobody knows where I am anymore because you're not on my wings. So
I don't think it helps that the CAS flights got involved with doing cap as well. I think that just added to a massive clusterfuck of it all. If we'd stayed away and let you guys do your job,
yeah, what's his name got shot down, didn't he?
And then moved in when you last fell.
Well, I've got the tag view open now. Just going to scroll to the section where the fight is. Let's see, because those basically those MiG-23 should have all been dead at 10 miles away, shouldn't they? Before they'd even got close. So I just want to say, and it probably is, like I said, it's an IFF problem, is why I couldn't kill them. But that's just going out, having a look now. Okay, here we go.
I tried to do a bit of CGI at the end, but we didn't have any AWACS up, so the blips kept disappearing from the radar screen.
Yeah, so the only guy that was... So we had Obi, Pograt's, Tail. Okay, Tail's an F5, that's no use. We had one guy shooting at them, Obi, basically. But they dodged his missiles. And no one else really dared shoot. And that's fair enough, because I didn't dare shoot.
Pograt's break,
That's why I decided to get out of there on my Harrier.
Right at the right minute, right?
I knew I was just going to complicate things
bottom time.
if I came to it.
He just managed to like
2 missiles.
Pull tight out of there just as the guy got on his tail and was about
to be fair, those MiG-23s did bloody amazingly. Cool. They dodged all those AMRAAMs.
Powers and swing wing.
I think Rage, one of those was at me and I had to dodge.
Yeah, I think it went pitbull and then because there was a MiG.
Oh dear me, I am tired.
Well, it would have been behind you at that point. It went pitbull.
It's a shame there's no bloody armor tonight.
Bear in mind, the F-18 is a work in progress and will be fixed.
Roger. Yeah, there's some amazing dodging going on by... This guy just dodged a 4-mile AMRAAM. That's almost impossible to do.
Yeah, half of these ray gun calls could be avoided if they just give us the damn dots and dashes on the screen.
Or you're flying with a wingman next to you, and you won't have 4 people calling out ray gun all the time.
Just like sniper.
True, but when we start developing into a chainsaw, you start to have friendlies in front of us, and then it really becomes horrible.
Yeah, but there's one always cold as well, so yeah.
Yeah. There's only supposed to be 4 of us doing cap, and a lot of people were doing cap.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it was supposed to be 4 of you, and then the next thing you know, there's like 12 of us trying to shoot.
Yeah. The other thing is, these planes aren't designed, obviously, for how we use them. Like 16 of us all flying around in a big group. So we're really exacerbating the IFF problem by what we do. But that is what we do, obviously. Tough one, that is. In comes me.
So my lesson for today is don't egress and then come back in with your master arm turned off.
Oops. Got it.
So that's why I was flying around in circles trying to shoot things.
Sorry guys, I didn't know we had a mission. We were having Thanksgiving dinner.
I had a moment where my master arm turned itself off.
Have you got it bound to something, maybe?
Not at all. I'm not sure what I clicked or what I may have hit to do it, but I don't have anything mapped on my master arm. I have to manually click that with.
Thing is, with having such a big flight like this, ray gun becomes superfluous, doesn't it? Because the chance of you being locked up is so high from anyone. Do you know what I mean? Bad guys.
Yeah, because if one person calls ray gun, then 8 people take their locks off because they think that they're locked.
Yeah, I really don't have a solution for this.
So I don't know whether half of them, those buddy calls, were actually buddy calls, because I saw a lot of the AAA locking up people, and I think they were calling.
Yep.
Yeah, that wasn't helping either.
Yeah, it's a real problem.
Aren't there different tones?
Not that I'm aware of.
They sound the same, but they have a slightly different speed to them. It's very subtle.
That's what I think is their different tone speed.
Like I say, better flight discipline and flying with a wingman may reduce some of it, but it's still going to be there until it's.
Well, the other thing of AI locking up one person seems to lock up the map.
Yeah, I was over at the carrier and getting spiked.
I think having a dodgy IFF system is even worse than having none at all, because when you've got none at all and you're flying just VID, you know. You're
careful, right?
You're careful, but with this dodgy system, you're like, oh, is it? Isn't it? And therefore,
you get a full sense of security with it, don't you?
And it fucks your ACM up because you don't position yourself for a dogfight. So,
I don't know whether what I'm about to fox on is friendly or enemy or not. I had at least 3 enemies in front of me that I later VID'd because they blew right past my cockpit. But
one of those ones I ended up taking out with guns.
Yeah,
I was real close.
Some of that's like AWAC situational awareness. You should know where your group is, and if you know where your group is, at least you have half of it. You have half the information. But if you don't know where your group's at, or if everybody's going in different directions, it's really tough to have any kind of idea who's friendly.
Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know how to debrief that really. That's a bit beyond me. It's just too many factors in there. Right, internet, let us know what you think, because that was really hard for all the reasons we've covered. Anyway, I think I'll terminate the debrief there, guys. Thanks anyway. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later.
See you tomorrow.
Brass cap.
Bye.
I'm gonna shoot off the small team. I'll see you later.
What'd you guys do? We were eating dinner. I had no idea we had a mission.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry about the friendly kills when it comes to F-18s. Just suck it and see it until it's fixed. It's gonna happen.
Actually, does make me feel a little better.
How is the IFF meant to be an AF-18?
Who knows?
It's exactly how it was in the last patch, where you get a diamond and then you get a square or a diamond.
Yeah, I don't find that
diamond doesn't change
useful,
aspects based on you. That's perfect. It's just unknown.
I don't find that very useful, because it's still a square.
But it's a square that's a diamond.
It's just a square sitting on its corner. You know, if you're rolling around, you're not gonna be able to tell that very well.
It's always a diamond in relation to the HUD, so the plane's orientation.
Yep.
Right.
I get that it's difficult to figure it out, but you've got to just put in mind to this is the direction.
You got to remember that you're going to have an AWACS that is going to tell you where all your friendlies and where your enemies are. You're going to have better.
Yeah, but when you're in a furball, when you're in a furball, that doesn't.
Well, then that's why you always have to be looking at the enemy aircraft. Always, you can't look at. Pilots are constantly talking about that. I don't even know what aspect my plane's in. I'm always looking at the other.
That's how you face plant the ground.
Well, yeah, but that's why you have altitude alarms, and you have hard decks.
And we have the JACMAS.
And that's why you have G-forces in the real world, so you know which way you're going most of the time.
Yeah, and normally you're so far above the ground that you're not worried about hitting your ground for a long.
But it is an inherent thing that happens within GR that once the dogfight starts, people go, "I want to kill," and just it's every man for himself, and you see it in the TAC view whenever you watch it. It's like, I'm getting out.
But when you know it's your buddy flying around by you, you're much more careful. Plus, I think you can see the aircraft better in real life. You can't, in DCS, it's really hard to figure out what aircraft is what aircraft. But when you're flying around in real life, there's a distinct difference between the smoke trails and the outline and the speed and the cornering and all that.
You'll see on the TAC view what I mean about us joining up over the lake.
I know. I was trying to find you visually. I just could not find you. I keep finding Obi or something. I was trying to join up on Obi and hope that we could spot you together, but
I was using F10 to try to find you, Rage, and I just could not visually find you.
I haven't looked at the TAC view yet. What happens when we get the first call from? If you have a look at the TAC view, and when all the planes are going finding formation, what happens when we get the first call? Oh, bandits up ahead.
I called that Buick flight was going to break off, and then we went burner. And we went for the target.
Everyone else went at the same time, I think.
I mean, initially I broke high and left out the way and then went for the target. But everybody just charges in normally.
Just loading up.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to look through it.
Well, high right or high left is actually the correct procedure.
Yeah, I broke away.
To angle them off at 35, 40 degrees and keep tracking them. But get altitude.
I don't even know how Kingston got in front of me, because I thought me and Rage were the point of the speed.
Yeah, I think Obi was the point.
So how the hell did Kingston get in front of us?
Don't know.
That last fight, Shifty, I was I don't know what it was, but I wasn't firing because I saw a single stabilizer. I went, Shifty who flies the Harrier. That can't be him. And then I see like 2. I'm like, well, there's an 18. Is there someone else?
Which engagement are you talking about? The very first engagement before you engage the ground target?
No, when we're all flying in formation and we get the call, MiG-25s up.
Right, so that was the first engagement.
Yeah.
Before the ground targets. Yeah. So just as I said, I called that my flight was breaking off. We were going burner, but everybody else seemed to just continue on. Most of our flights just continued on. So when I was the first one to launch a missile, I accidentally launched an M9X, which I realized because of a little circle on my HUD. So then I selected an M120, and then I fired that off quickly, and then I went into a split S, and then Whistler followed me in the split S, and then it was...
Were you being fired on?
Shifty launched a missile.
Yeah, but were you being fired on?
No.
So why did you split S?
Because we were doing a chainsaw. Whistler and Obi and Pograts were meant to...
That's probably why Kingston got in front of you.
Let's see where.
Because if you've split S and come back on yourselves, you then got to then turn in and engage.
Well, I think the big issue here is everybody, the entire formation, just continued right into the targets.
Yeah, I agree. And you look at even when they split off.
That's what I said, wasn't it? Where are they all going? They're all heading for the MiG.
Between the cap and the top.
Why is the Harriers
the cap is split S, you can come back when there's no need to. If you're not being fired on, you don't need to turn away.
I think all in all,
that's not the point of the chainsaw is meant to give yourself essentially a firing platform that you can continuously fire from. The other F-18s in the chainsaw should have fired. None of them did.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's no need to turn around and come cold when there's nothing coming at you. You could just taken them all out and kept going in the same direction, rather than firing one, turning off.
No.
You can't do that in the F-18. You don't have TWS. You got to lock, unlock, and then the radar has to reacquire, and then you lock, unlock, radar has to reacquire. That's going to take a bit of time between each target. It's like 3 or 4 seconds between each target.
Until you're traveling towards you. Until you're fired on, you don't need to break split S, and you keep a radar lock, which gives your missile a better chance of hitting.
If you don't split S though, then you're too close. By the time you do split S, if you do that, then they're too close. You can't turn back in on. That's what we learned from the last time when it was.
You never do 45-45 then.
What do you mean 45-45?
45 one way and then 90 degrees, so you're 45 the other way, and you're not flying straight towards.
Cranking.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a split S at that stage was completely wrong.
Thanks for following.
It's not wrong. There was nothing wrong about it. What was wrong was the entire formation went straight into a furball with them. That's the wrong.
The whole lot went in.
Yeah, probably, because it's like I say, it's a geometry. You know that's going to happen. But if the cap continued going forward, if your cap had continued going forwards, you would have taken them all out before the rest of the gaggle got in there.
I'm not sure about that. I'm the only one that fired a missile on them.
No, I think
I'm the only one that fired a missile on them. So
okay, so we had 4.
Fail to agree.
We had 4.
And my missile would go for an enemy.
Oh come on!
And how many enemy were there initially?
There were 4.
So you should have taken out 1 each.
Look.
Well, you can think that, but I mean that was the whole point.
You're already open.
You fire on one.
Can you not get in the bloody network? Windows networking needs an overhaul.
Now we were getting close in. I was getting mud spikes and spikes.
Stupidly.
So I had to turn cold because I don't know the capabilities of MiG-25.
Damn.
So I don't know if I'm gonna get a fucking pit bull any second.
No.
Should have done.
Yeah, I've got to put the bloody IP address in
before they even came into radar range.
What should have happened was the rest of the group should not have flown into the target, into the AO.
What is wrong with Windows and their networking right now?
They should have left it for us, and they should have went into an orbit behind them to the south.
Stupid! You can see the computers and the network.
And you're not used to that yet. That doesn't happen. Especially when the ground attackers are in fighters.
I am used to it. I know that, but the point is, you can't. I mean, it's not the cap's fault.
I'm not saying it is.
The air to ground went into the mist.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just thinking it's a bad choice to split S and turn away from them when you could have just kept going forward and taken.
By the time Rage and I think it was Whistler that went ahead with you on the first bit of the chainsaw, you fired off. I was following in. By the time you then reversed and I was thinking about firing, all the rest of the flights were in front.
I should have started the normal one.
There was no way to pick a target, so I just ended up turning around and trying to get out of the way and try and get a clearer picture. So there was no way really for the second wave
heads off
to engage because there was too many blue targets between us and the reds.
I think there's nothing wrong with a split S. It's the safer option.
Yeah, I'm at the back.
The fact that we do have difficulty with the IFF and all that.
And down low,
we went in, we just had a verbal between four F-18s and them. But then, even if the cap didn't go in, 2 seconds later, all the air-to-ground guys would have been straight in there as well. So the same problem would have occurred.
There wouldn't have been a problem with the split S.
So I'm back up with them there, and then
with the enemies in front
they get the call.
Because when you'd have turned round, we could have clearly seen who was the enemy and who wasn't. We could have then engaged them, but we couldn't because there was too many others.
And they're all
I locked up my target and I didn't fire until 10 miles, and I then turned to visual mode. So I just unlocked him and fired another one off blind at the because it was a formation coming at us. So I had 2 missiles going out. I only hit one of the targets, but you could have quite easily put it on visual mode, carried on going forward, and fired a few foxes off, and they would all. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
If you watch the, you need to watch the TAC view and see it, because you'll see it doesn't matter if I was burning all the way in. If I kept on going straight into the 4 of them and face planted the missile, the rest of you would have went in just behind me, and it would not have mattered. The same thing would have happened.
I go off that way.
Whistler still would have killed Kingston.
Eventually.
Because it's the exact same thing. It's still like 16 GR going in against 4 MiG 25s. When the IFF is all screwed up, you know.
And
the same problem would have occurred.
Possibly. We're just doing the fact here. There's no wrong or right here. It doesn't matter. This is what happened.
What I'm saying. I mean, the problem that occurred was not the cap going into a split S earlier than what you might have liked them to do. The problem was everybody wanted to go into a verbal.
That column.
Why don't
instead of carrying 4 bloody Mavericks,
I disagree, buddy. I think it's completely wrong to turn the other way.
I'm going to have to disagree, to be honest, on that one.
Yeah, I think it'd be useful to maybe some kind of mission where we could practice coordinating between.
I can't go on my weapon.
Be certainly useful for me.
I can't see my weapon.
Keeping awareness and
there's my weapon. Around. It's going in. Bangsy poos. Smack.
Thing is though,
so what did I hit in the end then?
People that act like sheep. So if you
all 4 of my missiles did hit things,
to do something different.
But only one of them destroyed a tank.
It's interesting. It's all interesting.
Oh, but they would have all burnt off, wouldn't they? They would have cooked off and blown up. So
it is, but like I say, I would never turn my back to them. I would have cranked 45, and continued firing.
And then I died.
They were all gone.
When I went in for a gun run,
there wouldn't have been a furball. They'd all died on the first.
That's just a shame.
No, we had a spread on our chainsaw. One guy should have fired, and then the next guy, and then the next guy, and then the next guy. And by the time the last guy's fired, the first guy's turned back.
What he's meaning is
hello.
Find it back.
Hello. I forgot to turn my damn hard drive on. Can someone send me the TAC view file?
I'm just glad having reviewed the TAC view. I thought the one I shot down, I thought it might have been tail because as I shot something down, tail started saying he was going down, but
so I'm now with Rage.
I just double checked and it wasn't.
So yeah, these 2 went in and they fired at them.
Oh, it wasn't. No. Excellent.
There was only one.
You gotta watch that kill feed.
The thing is like I agree with both.
I did actually watch it, but yeah, my kill never popped up on it.
It's strange. You see, the thing is, if you get too close to your enemy and you do your split S, he's going to launch an air-to-air at you, and the air-to-air is going to kill you because it's going to be faster than you.
And we've got T-Bro Cap.
So
on the left,
he fires them off, and he turns away, so that the guys behind him are now in a position to fire theirs. That's the idea of the chainsaw, you see.
There was that many.
That you turn cold while your missiles are out. The other guys go defensive, and then your two guys that are coming up behind you on the opposite side of the chainsaw can fire off at aircraft that are defensive and take them out.
Kingston say, bit of karma there.
So there he does his split S, and yeah, he didn't need to do his split S. At that particular point, he could have got a bit closer.
What the hell the strike package was doing
but it's usually better to be safe than sorry.
So there's those 2 shots. Yeah.
So yeah, they split S, maybe a bit too early. I see what 50 means, but by the time these guys had shot at these, doing a split S then is too late, because that missile's coming right at you and fast.
If you draw a line across the front there, now you got T-Bro, even though he's off to the left, he's still.
To do that way.
He's pretty much the lead.
So it's these guys up here, like Pograts or whoever that they're on about, or T-Bro, isn't it? T-Bro.
Shifty fires 2 off.
These should have been firing.
He's level with us, and Obi's probably just about.
See, there's Obi, Pograts, Gumbo.
Yeah, you have the keyboard. Can you send me a
T-Cypher? We're heading into the ground targets.
I'm asking if you were at the keyboard.
Yeah. I don't know.
You are,
it's one of those things where they're going to agree to disagree. I think he could have held his split S for a little while longer, but in the end he would have still had to do it because he was doing a chainsaw maneuver.
External hard drive, but I forgot to turn it on.
And you have to turn to do the chainsaw, or it doesn't. It's not a chainsaw anymore, is it? You just keep going straight at your enemy.
By the time I'm over the targets, I'm pretty much blind, so I'm just trying to fly with Obi.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it quits here, guys, because I am really tired, and I have to be up early tomorrow. But because I am up early tomorrow, I should be home early. So depending on what shift he's doing, we might see if we can get capture the north or capture.
I'm just watching your first shot out. It's about halfway to target. The MiGs are still in
people on tomorrow. It's going to be a holiday for a lot of people.
You know, sometimes the AI is completely stupid. I reckon we could have shot all 4 of them
Thanksgiving and that. Black Friday, of course.
Nice and clean on my scope. They're like all 4 of them.
So we'll see if we can get some people in and.
Exactly. So you could have locked up. You could. I mean, Elite could have said, "I'm locking right. You lock left. You lock number 2. You lock number 3, and fire 4 missiles at the same time."
I think I'll be disappearing.
I can't remember which one it was.
There didn't need to be a furball that whole first engagement. That's all I'm saying. Like I say, if you let it go to a furball, it will go to a furball, and it'll end up in a disaster.
There's too many people engaging the bandits. People should have been killing the tanks like they were supposed to do.
Yeah. Like I say, just needed coordination from the lead flight, just to say, I'm locking 1, you lock 2, you lock 3.
Well, I'll go after to finish the conversation, but I don't think I'll be playing anymore tonight.
On our flight frequencies, you can hear us say that, but you can hear that on the video.
Yeah, but I don't see the missiles coming off. I see one doing a split S, another one splitting S. There's not a second missile. Oh, there is a second missile.
I think at least they did because I think they did attempt to just do that, but yeah, they just didn't realize where each other were, because yeah, I heard them like doing what it sounded like a good normal chainsaw, but apparently not.
Okay, I'm only being critical so we can learn from this. It's nothing personal at anybody.
I understand that. My point is the split S. There's nothing wrong with a split S. The problem was everybody getting into that furball. If all the cast guys had just turned around, rather than burning off in front and do the same thing, then
should have been doing a pattern behind the cap.
Yeah, people don't want to sit and fly and take their time to fly missions and sit there orbiting. We've had this. Hang on, let me finish. We had people sitting on the carrier for 2 hours before doing nothing. People don't want to do that. They've only got a certain amount of time. They want to come and fly. Like I say, you keep defending this split S. The split S is the wrong decision. These guys are not hot on you at any time during this initial time. Like I say, the ideal thing then was to fire your missiles, crank one way or the other, and then turn back in, fire another 4, and they would have been dead. That's all I'm saying. It's definitely not the right thing to do. If you're not being locked, there's no threat.
I still disagree. I don't know what to say.
I know you're going to disagree because you did it, but what does anybody else think? I mean, you're watching the TAC view. What do you think? I mean, split S is just the wrong thing.
If the cast never got involved, it would have been absolutely fine.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen, buddy. Like I say, it's a GR
I mean, you can't
You can't make excuses.
You're putting the criticism on the cap, and you're making any excuses for the CAS. It's a GR mission.
People are going to fly towards the targets. You can't dictate what they're going to do.
That's where the problem lies. You know what I mean? If there's no discipline in it,
staying about 10 miles to the south of the cap flight, and only if needed should have been called in. It should have waited until we had finished splashing the north.
I understand that's probably never going to happen.
We've had that before.
We can't put all of the criticism on one flight because the whole group failed.
It's just the strike package. Their job is to just drop Mavericks. If they have to fly in formation and wait till we've cleared the air, that's what they're supposed to do.
We've had this before. Okay, the cap flight says, okay, the cap flight will go in, we'll do this, that, and they've all got shot down. Then they leave the ground attackers with no air defense, and there's still enemy coming. All right, okay, that's what happens.
When the ground attackers go straight into the furball as well, then that's likely going to happen to them too.
Exactly, but the last mission we did, well, I didn't fly it because I knew it was going to happen. We had the F-18 saying, "Oh, we'll go ahead, you guys loiter," and you all got shot down. And then the CAS guys had no cover.
That wasn't because of the F-18.
I know. No, that's just one example, buddy. It's happened multiple times, and
I wanted 2 flights of cap. I wanted the Mirages in there, but one of the guys that came in only went into a. What did he go? He went into an Su-25 or something. We were meant to have 3 Mirages. We only had 1.
Did I genuinely see a frogfoot fly by me? I didn't think there was anybody out there.
Okay,
I saw something with straight wings. That's all I know. Just
the big 2.5s.
That might have been a 23. No, there was a MiG-25 I merged with. I remember seeing that. I thought he was a Hornet at first till I got close to him, and by the time I realized he wasn't, he was already too close and we...
You overshot him, was he?
Yeah, I did. And I was trying
That's the one that I gunned.
Yeah, I was trying to circle back around into bleed speed so I could get back behind him and shoot him, but by the time I did that, I think you'd already split.
Yeah.
I think on reviewing it, obviously, I think you're both right, Shifty and Rage. Both points are standing correct. I think from the cap side, me coming in, I was not aggressive enough. I should have fired off missiles earlier, but I didn't because I was concerned about friendly fire. Should have just thought, sod it and gone for it. But equally, that then says that the CAS flight shouldn't have been in front of us. If they weren't, we'd have probably been a bit more gung-ho.
Yeah, it's both really, because it's where the chainsaw is concerned, if the CAS never got in front, everything would have been fine.
Because there's no real reason why we shouldn't have shot all 4 down. I agree on that. They should have been shot down at 10-15 miles away.
Well, I've rolled the furball on quite a bit now, and there's still not one red missile has come out. So these guys are probably being the stupid AI, and yeah.
Do they only have rear aspect seekers?
It may not even have any missiles, because don't forget, Cap throws them together in a hurry.
I don't know. This 23s had some kind of missiles on them.
Yeah, the 23s did.
I'm on about the 25.
And they had R6.
So all 3 MiG-25s are completely to the left and out of the picture, and it's just the blues fighting each other.
Oh, God.
To be honest, for me, I was getting spooked by a lot of spikes from hostiles, even though they're probably not spikes on.
There is, like I say, the chainsaw's turned round again, and it's now facing all blue. There's no reds in front of them, so it's just, and then it was constant. It was constant ray gun for I don't know how long. That's why
the problem is that ray gun, that wasn't the cap flight who were calling ray gun all the time. It was all the CAS.
Most of our ray gun calls were just on our frequency.
Agreed.
Well, we did call on 243 as well, but I didn't hear any of you calling that often. I think the one that I heard calling the most ray gun was Whistler out of the 4 of them.
And that was a waste of breath.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I don't know how you managed to acquire that one, Obi. That's a good kill.
Wagon.
You go on and merge on one guy, and then you end up shooting his mate instead.
Yeah, that's the one that after I'd done it, I thought, oh my god, was that tail? But it wasn't. I don't know how the one before dodged 3 and ran.
Suffice to say, everybody made mistakes this time. Whatever. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. It's just
getting lit up by the search radar and being locked.
Alright, I'm off for now, guys.
Here's my dodge and 130. Sorry, it's in the morning. 120.
I mean, there's one MiG-25. He's not even engaging anybody. He's just flying away. I think they were set to stupid. He's a million miles away from anybody. And we're all dogfighting each other. And there's no Reds anywhere near the verb.
Set to stupid.
We can confirm a missile. MiG-23 fired and hit Gumbo.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 25 still.
I've got an apple.
Another problem is, like if we did that and some of us got shot down, like, you know, if you imagine the Cap did
you guys can't hear me crunching
what do you call it? An analysis, TAC view analysis of it on video, he'd be saying that we should have done a chainsaw.
Back to chainsaws now.
People watch that and you see, well, he says do chainsaws, so you do a chainsaw.
Then I'm coming head on this one guy, and there's Obi and Tubro, and I'm like, every time I lock, I'm getting a front. I gotta wait for it to scan, find another things, lock it, no, another friendly, so I just turn away from that.
At that point, I was getting 0 radar from TACs at all. I was struggling completely with the radar to get.
It's amazing how long I spent a million miles away from anything, just staying out of the way of the ray guns.
Playing around with Cap. I think I did see this, but I keep losing them. Right on my ass. What the hell happens here?
Don't know, because we can't see what you've got on your screen. Well, it looks like that's all finished and done with.
Point blank 120.
So, I'll disappear. I'm really tired tonight. So
that's where Cap gets shot at from the guy that I shot.
I've been here for 3 hours already.
Oh, shit, I'm in trouble.
Already 3 hours.
I fired mine off.
Streaming for 2.5 hours.
It goes past me. Yeah, it's Cap. I'm like, oh,
isn't it? Time just flies by. But hopefully Shifty be doing his normal invite people in to do the stream tomorrow.
I'm like, for some reason my mindset's going, oh, Shifty always flies the Harrier. And then I see another Hornet, I'm like, where is this hostile then?
Yeah, I dropped on you a couple of times, but I was behind him a few times and had him locked. But the thing is, like I say, I had my master arm on because I'd already decided to. And then I came back because everybody died.
I managed to get him with a helmet powdered shot, actually. I went, you know what, stuff it. I'm pretty sure that's the hostile. Bam.
Oh, well, I think this conversation's already been done over, hasn't it? It's been done to death. So I'm going to get going, guys.
And there's my off.
We'll see. I'll see if I can get in tomorrow, but I'm sure Shifty will have the mission up.
Oh, nice landing back on the carrier, by the way. 2 iron, nice one.
Or something else up anyway tomorrow morning for you.
Yeah, you had no fuel to go around.
And tomorrow night, I think these guys play out.
As you can see, as soon as I came off that engagement,
doing a Thanksgiving type op tomorrow night. I'm not sure.
Pull out of a turn back onto like a return course, and I'll just dump everything.
It's a public op night. I don't think I'll be taking part, but hey, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Climbing up to 10,000.
If I see any good deals, I'll come up on
watching our dogfight. It's been bad.
I know a lot of places have been having bits and pieces with like free Black Friday sales.
And then I go for the parachute because I see a parachute.
There's a lot of very expensive stuff out there, but there will be.
I'm not great at,
I guess.
Yeah, I do need to get better.
I just went head to head with a bloody parachute.
What's about?
You merged.
I'm calling it night. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Probably.
I still haven't put the master on.
Maybe Saturday, but we'll definitely.
When did you figure out you hadn't had it on?
Just after I went past the parachute.
Got to go out in the morning, so I should be back relatively early.
And then I turn on him and I fire a 9x at him here, and it misses.
So It's good night for me.
I'm flying back.
Good night from Dave the dog.
My hug.
You lot get out there and enjoy yourself for the rest of the day. Get some gaming done.
Like the Rangers,
watch your favourite viewers online.
What the hell's going on?
And I'll catch you next time. Cheers, guys. Good night.
Rage gives me a heading and some guidance to talk down, which was good.
Bye,
guys. Bye, Harry.
I always pitch for 2